Calling to order the regular meeting of the City of South Lebanon Council, May 15th, 2025 at 6:00 p.m.
Allen. Present. Carmack.
Present.
Combs.
Present.
Fetter.
Present.
Harrison.
Present.
Spicer.
Present.
Could you all please, if you can, rise for the prayer and the pledge? Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and the blessings you have bestowed on South Lebanon and our citizens. Help us to strengthen our community. Let us work together for the good of our entire community. Let the work we do be acceptable in your sight. Let us be honest, transparent, and kind in all we do, representing our citizens. Even in disagreement, let us be respectful and work through these situations with each other. We are here to serve all our citizens. Let us use the tax dollars we take wisely for our citizens and to improve our infrastructure and quality of life. We give thanks for all of our staff and our public works staff as they work to improve our community and infrastructure every day. Protect our first responders, especially police, as we recognize them this week during National Police Week. Keep them safe as they go about their missions, and bless their families and give them peace. We pray for Deputy Larry Henderson and his family as they deal with the loss of Deputy Henderson. And all these things we pray in your holy name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all for coming this evening. We did have guest Brian Corcoran, but he couldn't be here this evening. So we're going to play this by ear a little bit. Jerry, you can go ahead and announce what Brian was here to talk about.
Yeah, so Brian Corcoran is here to talk about the South Lebanon Veterans Memorial Committee. They're having a rededication of the Veterans Memorial. This is going to take place on Saturday, May 17th at the First Baptist Church at 10 a.m. This includes the new benches that have been recently constructed, and they're actually out on the memorial. These are all personalized with actually folks who have been from the city that served in World War I, World War II, and the Korean War. So it says it started in 2018. The Veterans Memorial was designed by Johnny Llewellyn, James D. Smith, and Brian Corcoran. And they were all three Marines. So those be Saturday at 10 a.m. Everyone's invited. My daughter will be singing. So yeah, that's it.
Is it Baptist Church?
Yep, First Baptist Church, 505 Mason Road.
Thank you, Jerry.
I'd like to introduce my associate, Chase Kirby. He's here this evening. His resolution contract are on the agenda for approval by council. So Chase, come on up and introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, as Andrew said, my name is Chase Kirby. I am a Warren County native. I work over in Springboro. Been a lawyer now for almost 5 years and grew up in Springboro. I know that there's big shoes to fill with Andrew Meyer's departure, but I have been working with Andrew for a few years now, and I know he's done a good job for you all. And with his departure, I know is an excellent opportunity for a law director. So I had a great meeting with the mayor, Mr. Haddix, the other day. And so, this was certainly something of interest. One of the first thoughts I had when Andrew told me he was leaving is this opportunity. So, yeah, I'm here for, if there's a need, I look forward to serving this council and serving our constituents here in the city of South Lebanon. Over the last 5 years, or since Andrew got on, I've actually filled in as prosecutor in the mayor's court here and had a good experience each time over the last few years. So with that said, I will make myself available to anybody on the council anytime. And if you all decide to have me join on, I'm going to work my butt off for you all. So with that said, if there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Otherwise, I'm sure you'll get my contact info, and I'll be seeing you all around. Thank you.
Thank you, Chase.
Thank you, Chase. Now, Harry, this is where I'm going to give you your time to introduce, and so everybody can put a name with a face, or a face with a name.
That's exactly it. So, Harry Holbert, Public Works Director. So the reason you see all these fine young men here is they're part of the Public Works crew, staff. They deal with the roads, water, sewer, and the parks. First one, and I'm just going by alphabetical order. So when I say your name, please stand up. Chris Batchelder. He's our parks and maintenance worker. He has about 35 years of experience. He couldn't attend tonight because his father's in the hospital. So
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Ethan Deaton, he's one of our maintenance workers. Yep. He has 10 years. He also brought in a young helper. We're going to get her some safety shoes and put her to work. Paul Hicks, he's also one of our maintenance workers. He's our new guy. So the abuse will continue on him for probably another month or two, and we're training him to work in the sewer department too. So I'm kidding. And Paul has 14 years of experience. Mike Jones is our water and sewer foreman. He has 23 years. Donald Justison, he's our lead water operator. He wasn't able to make it tonight, but he has 20 years of experience. Tony Ledford. Most everybody knows Tony.
Yep.
He's been in this industry for 40 years. As you can tell, the older, and as you can tell, the older guys have a lot of gray hair for that reason. Some go bald, some go gray, it's a mixed bag. But a couple things I just wanted to point out. We get so much praise from the mayor and council. I want you to be able to put a name with a face. And when you look at these guys and you get a compliment, I want you to know who it is that's getting the compliment. Now, if there's something negative, don't worry about any of us. Think about somebody else that you don't like, because we are here for you and for our community. Everything we do is to make improvements. And a couple other things. So one, the average years of experience with this team is 26 years. As we continue to grow in population, so does our infrastructure, and so do the needs of our infrastructure. So it's important to remember, at least with our experience now, we need to continue to bring in staffing. We have so much knowledge here, so much experience, and we need to pass that on to the next group coming in. And it's important that we do that, I'm going to say soon, just because we've got multiple subdivisions coming in, which means we have multiple roads to take care of and leaf removal and all those other things that go along with public works. Also, I wanted you to, and everybody has, and I'll be brief with this, and then I'm pretty much done so they can get out of here. So the first photograph, if you pull up the one that has the big orange piece of equipment on there, that is on King. That is the final pavement for King.
Everybody doesn't have
No.
one.
Yeah, yeah. As you go on though, look at number 2, the picture behind it and the one behind that one. Number 3, that's the infrastructure that's below our new road that we put in. What we started to do was camera our sewer and water lines before we put down new pavement. The reason for that is photo number 2 and photo number 3. There's nothing more upsetting than to put down a brand new road that the residents say, oh my God, it's so nice. And then we tear it up again because we had a failure like we did on Morrow. So Morrow, that's a brand new project we're going to be starting here in about a month or so. And we're going to camera it, both the sewer and the sanitary, for this reason. Obviously, that adds cost to our project cost. So next year's budget is going to be a little bit different. We may end up doing less street projects because of that reason. Jerry and I are both familiar with filling out grants. We'll probably be doing a lot more of those for that reason, because our needs are continually to grow just to maintain things, okay? The second one, which is, we'll go with the one that's a lot of black. It's asphalt. On our King project, what we did is we milled that road. Basically, you grind up the asphalt, throw it in the back of a truck, and usually that vendor will take it and they'll recycle it, whatever. In this case, we use that to replace on our parks. So Rogers Parks now has what you see there. The parking lot across from it now has what you see there.
That's what I saw Tony doing the other day.
And don't let him fool. Tony's not working. He's in that equipment that we got to use, and he was a
He
kid
was
with a
smiling.
new toy. Yeah, yeah. So when he, yeah.
Absolutely.
And that was all on Tony. I mean, Tony reached out and said, hey, so I don't want to get into too much details. We don't want to get anybody in trouble for use of their equipment, but man, it made a big difference. So now the next picture it adds to that. So these are our picnic tables, concrete, obviously down there by the boat ramp, which work into our canoe delivery coming in. Wonderful. If you go down there, go have lunch down there. It's beautiful. You look at the river, you've got a nice place to sit. It's in the shade. So just go down there and check it out because it's going to be a very popular place. Okay, the last one. Just shows a couple trucks and some buildings in the background. This is Mason Morrow. This is the river lofts. We have a road widening project in there. We've also got a gas line problem, which we didn't know about until we started excavating, but we didn't hit it. So that's a really good thing for us. But it's an ongoing project and we found out some new things. One, gas and electric for Duke. They're two separate companies in the same company. So they're going to be doing our gas relocation for our turn lanes and road widening project within the next week or so, which is going to be a backup. The electric division is coming down from 48 down to the bike trail to replace 11 utility poles, which is going to be about 6 weeks worth of work. So if you're going home that way or coming in that way, you want to avoid that if you can. You know, that's all I got. The biggest part of this was to, again, put a name with a face. These are the guys that are out there working every day for you and for our community, doing everything they can. And as you can see, there's not a lot of us. And they do a great job. So I thank you for allowing us to bring in another new member. That's Paul. He's going to be a great asset to the team. And, you know, thank you for everything you do for us because it doesn't go unnoticed. Any
We
questions
thank
for me?
you.
Oh, it's all these guys.
You guys are what make us go, and I can't thank you enough. You know how I feel about all you and what you do. So thank you. And if you want to leave, you can. It's been a long day. Thank you so much, all of you.
Yep, take care.
Stay cool or something.
Bye-bye. You too. Now I'll open the floor to the public. If there's anybody who has signed in to speak, you are more than welcome to come to the podium and give us your name and speak now. Anybody? Okay, I will then close the floor to the public and we will move on with business. New business, emergency ordinance 2025-17, authorizing mayor and director of finance to execute change order number 1 with Fillmore Construction LLC to include various items needed for the completion of the Morrow Road Construction Phase 1 project. Is there any discussion? Hearing none?
Just a
Okay.
brief
sorry.
description of this. So on the map on the screen, the orange section is the original reconstruction part. So this is going to be reconstructed and closed from Mary Ellen up to the beginning of Mary Lane. So Mary Lane will be open during this construction time. Due to the good bids we received, we were able to do the resurfacing, not reconstruction, but so we'll be able to just temporarily do some lane closures while they pave this up to Shawhan Road. So that's why we were able to do that for that that amount. So get some more bang for a buck, and so.
Thank you, Jerry. I will need a motion and a second to waive the 2 reading rule.
Lindown, I make a motion to waive the rules.
Brenda Combs, motion made, or the second, I mean,
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
yay.
Better,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer,
Yay.
Now I will need a motion and a second to approve by title only.
Brenda Combs, motion made for title only.
Linda Allen, second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Better,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
Motion carries. Thank you. Emergency Resolution 2025-18, approving the appointment of Chase T. Kirby as Law Director for the city and establishing compensation effective June 1, 2025 and expiring on December 31st, 2026. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I need a motion and a second to waive the 2 reading rule.
Brenda Combs, motion to waive the 2 reading rule.
Sharon Carmack, second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Better,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
Now, a motion and a second to approve by title only.
Lisa Fetter, I make a motion to approve by title only.
Linda Allen, second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Better,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
Thank you. Motion carries.
Congratulations.
Yes, welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard.
Hurry up, sign.
Executive session,
There we go.
Moving on, really welcome aboard. Emergency Resolution 2025-19, authorizing mayor and director of finance to execute a grant agreement with Warren County Commissioners relative to the FY24 King Avenue Street CDBG project in the amount of $131,892. I need a motion, or is there any discussion?
Yeah, real quick. So we had, just a brief overview. We had $94,000 awarded by the county commissioners for the King Avenue project from the FY '24 program. We also had 37, almost 38,000 left over from our Hobart Street project. And we were able to roll that over into to the same project. So got a change order last week that increased the contract. This is a county commissioner's contract, so we're the increase to the total contracts was 31,725. So we have to pay 23,054.
Okay, are there any questions or concerns? I will need a motion and a second to waive the two reading rule.
Linda Allen, I make a motion to waive the rules.
Sharon Carmack, second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Better,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
I will need a motion and a second to approve by title only.
Linda Allen, I make a motion to approve by title only.
Sharon Carmack, second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Better,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
Thank you. Motion carries. I'm reading my notes here. Emergency Resolution 2025-20, authorizing Mayor and Director of Finance to execute a project grant agreement and documentation with the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development in the amount of $812,797 relative to the South Lebanon Community Center Rehabilitation Project.
Linda Allen, I make a motion to waive the rules.
Lisa Fetter, I second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Better,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
And a motion and a second to approve by title only.
Lisa Fetter, I make a motion approved by title only.
Brenda Combs, second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Better,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
Thank you. Motion carries. This has been revised. It was an ordinance, but it has been revised to an emergency ordinance. It just got left off there. 2025-12, amending ordinance number 2025-9 related to adopting Warren County's requirements and standards for the design and construction of street and roadway facilities. Is there any discussion since it was changed to emergency? Do you have any questions that you'd like to ask Jerry?
So it was emergency in the package, it's not on the agenda. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So I need a motion to waive the two reading rule.
Brenda Combs, motion to how did you say?
Waive the two reading
Yeah,
rule.
waive the two
I
reading
know that's
rules.
a lot to remember. There's a lot of words.
Sharon Carmack, second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Better,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
I will need a motion and a second to adopt by title only.
Combs, motion made to
Adopt by title.
adopt.
Adopt by title only.
Linda Allen, I second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Better,
Yay.
Harrison. Yay. Spicer.
Yay.
Thank you. Motion carries. Thank you. I want to explain why most of these are emergencies this evening. It's time constraints. That's what we're working against. So I just wanted you to know that. A motion to approve funds to Benchmark Land Management LLC in the amount of $31,992 for storm sewer repairs on King Avenue. That's what we discovered under King Avenue.
Mayor Burke, would you mind if we approve that as an emergency situation?
No.
Because the work was done already?
Okay,
Thank you.
emergency. So I need a motion to waive the two reading rule.
Just a motion.
Oh, just
Yeah.
a motion. Okay, I'm sorry.
But the work was
Okay,
completed as an emergency.
just a motion and a second.
Mary Ann Harrison, I make a motion to
Accept.
accept as an emergency. Is that it?
Combs, second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Better,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
Motion carries. Thank you. All right, appointments and removals to various boards and commissions, and I'm gonna let Andrew address that.
So there's two individuals who have come up for this evening. One is Mr. Bill Coker, who is currently serving on the Civil Service Commission. He has a significant amount of experience. He brings a lot to that commission. And the mayor is recommending his reappointment for a new term because his term is now expired. So that's the first one. So why don't we
Yeah, address
take-
that first.
Address that first, take a vote on that first, and then I'll go to the next one.
Okay, we'll need a motion and a second to approve.
Andrew. Button, your button.
Your butt.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Brenda Combs, motion to approve. Andy Coker.
Bill.
Bill.
Lisa Fetter, I second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Better,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
Thank you. Motion carries.
The second individual is Clyde Atkins on planning and zoning. Mr. Atkins has been absent for numerous meetings. I believe that number is 5, Jerry, now?
Yes, correct.
5 in a row, correct?
Yeah.
And so, given his excessive absences, I'm making a recommendation to council to have the mayor remove Mr. Atkins, and then that would go before you all for a vote. He did take an oath of office for purposes of serving on planning and zoning, and in my opinion, he's failed to fulfill that oath of office. And I've talked with the mayor about this, and she is going to make that recommendation.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm recommending that Clyde Atkins be removed from the Planning and Zoning Board, and I will need a motion and a second.
Brenda Combs, motion made.
Sharon Carmack, second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Better,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
Motion carries.
And then regarding the now vacancy on planning and zoning, there are some people that Jerry and the mayor are going to consider and talk with, and then they'll bring somebody back to council with a recommendation. I don't know if that's going to be by next meeting, but that's going to happen quite quickly because we do need to fill that vacancy soon.
We'll try. Okay, motion and a second to approve the invoices. Are there any questions or anything about those? Hearing none. We need a motion in a second.
Brenda Combs, motion made.
Lisa Fetter, second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Better,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
Motion carries. Motion to approve law director's invoices. A motion in a second, please.
Brenda Combs, motion made.
Sharon Carmack, second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Better,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
Motion carries. Motion and a second to approve the regular minute meetings for May 1st, 2025, if there are no corrections or additions.
Linda, I make a motion to approve.
Brenda Combs, second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Better,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
Motion carries. Moving on to old business, ordinance 2025-11, second reading. An ordinance adopting zoning regulations, text amendment relating to the retail sale of cannabis within the city. I need a motion and a second. Yes,
Andrew, I hate to ask you this again, but please explain the vote so everyone knows.
So yes means yes or no?
The vote would have to be 5 out of 6 to overrule the planning commission recommendation. So if council determines that they don't want to follow the planning commission recommendation, then 5 of you would have to vote nay on the ordinance. However, if you all vote yes, then you'd be following the planning commission recommendation.
But the charter states, the planning commission has to have at least 4 votes. So that's why it says, instead of majority, it says at least 4 members. Vote yay.
so I need a motion and a second to approve, and that's with a yay vote, correct?
Yes.
Motion made to approve
By title only, I'm sorry.
by title only.
Linda, second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Better,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
Motion carries. Thank you. And for all of you in the audience, that means that we will not be having dispensaries in the city of South Lebanon selling marijuana. That's what that boils down to. Okay, my comments, I'll try to keep short. We have been in meetings all week about updating our website with different companies, and so you'll see that happening pretty soon. We were in a meeting this week that hopefully will bring a surprise for South Lebanon here soon. Next week, we'll be meeting with them again, and what it is it's a, Jerry, how would you explain this? I always call it circuit training, but it's through the University of Cincinnati's wellness program. And it will be in our park, and there will be different apps that you can download, and there's different circuits that you can train on, and there's one half that will be placed to do Zumba and all kinds of things. So we're meeting with them again next week, and this would come through a grant process. So this wouldn't be costing the taxpayers much of anything. So that's just one of the things we've been doing. I'm going to ask that all committee chairs, when it comes to your time as a council member to report, that you report on you give a committee report. If you haven't met, then you can say no report, but I'd like to see our committees, if you can, start meeting quarterly. I think that would help out to get more information. And what our committees do is our committees are the ones who make the decisions within the committee and come back and report to council, and then council makes the decisions. So I just want you all to be aware how important those committee seats are and keeping that moving along. So if you haven't had a committee meeting for a while, let's get one on the books. Tonight I'm going to dissolve two committees. One, they were ad hoc committees. I don't know if I need a vote on this or not, since okay. Two committees that I'm dissolving are the Rules of Council, because we've already done those and there's no need for the committee anymore, and the Committee on the Seal and Flags. So those two committees have been dissolved. So you don't have to worry about meeting again on those things. They've fulfilled all of the things that we need. And like I said before, I've said a million times and I'll keep saying it, I want to thank our staff. On a daily basis, I wish you could see everything everybody's doing. It's all hands on deck, and it is making our city stronger and safer every day. And I just want to thank all of you, even council. You're making our city stronger every day. So we'll move on. Our Director of Finance, Tina Williams.
Thank you, Mayor Burke. I have no report this evening.
Thank you. Our Administrator, Jerry Haddix.
I do, so.
Okay.
Just few things to go over. So we're putting out the street repaving program to bid. It gets advertised next week. We will complete Forest Avenue repaving from section to Mary Ellen, I'm sorry, to Morrow Road. That's one of the streets. Also we got Hobart Street. What's the other one? We got like 4 streets. So we're going to get quite a bit of paving done with what's going on this year. So that leads to the other thing, all the area-wide road closures and delays that we're going to be seeing. You've seen some of the public notices. Mason Mara Millgrove going towards Mason is going to be closed off. River Creek Lofts is under construction. Mara Road's going to be closed probably starting late June. State Route 48 and 71 intersection is going to be delayed quite a bit. So, so good luck getting around. The sunflower fields going over at right off Main Street there at McKinley. I think they've got it plowed now, and I guess I'll get it sowed. We've been getting some submittals for development. So Yoder development there at Corwin Nixon should be going to Planning Commission soon. And that's the relocation of the Barrett paving plant behind Speedway. And then also we got the third phase of the arbors at Grandin and Stryker Road. So I think I also heard Hamilton Township approved the section to the east of the arbors on Grandin and Stryker. So I guess it was a preemptive move. So we weren't interested, but oh well. So that's all I got.
Okay. Sorry, we're signing papers. See anything there? Oh, let me step aside. our Public Works Director, Harry Hobart. Did you want to say anything else? Andrew Myers, our law director.
So I do watch social media, contrary to popular belief. And there have been some recent social media posts, and I want to remind council about one of the rules. Hold on. So in Rule H6, social media activity, no member of council shall post, comment, or share on any social media platform where such activity of an individual member of council could be construed either explicitly or implicitly as being an official or proved representation of the city or the city council. You know, best policy is stay off social media because you'll get in trouble if you continue to do it, especially if multiple council members are posting in the same forum. That's even more problematic. So just a reminder to everybody, I recommend that you not do it and you stay off social media unless it's for the purposes of your own personal enjoyment or family or things of that nature. Otherwise, you start running into those problems and you don't need those problems. Thanks. Oh, and thank you all. Like I said, last meeting, it's been a pleasure working here. The city has grown exponentially and developed exponentially. I'm honored to be a part of that and to have been a part of that, especially the formation of the Charter Commission and that process. That was an amazing process, and I'm glad that I was here to help the city through that. And I'm hoping that Mr. Kirby can take over and help you all as much as I did. I think he'll do a wonderful job. And I think the city's headed in the right direction. I really do. So thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. And I forgot to do this, but I'll do this now. Before I get to anybody else. This is a proclamation of appreciation for Andrew Meyer. Whereas Andrew Meyer faithfully served the city of South Lebanon, Ohio as city law director, providing invaluable legal expertise and dedicated service to citizens and city government. And whereas Andrew Meyer's dedication to upholding the laws and interests of our city has been a cornerstone of our government's operations. And whereas Andrew Meyer's professional conduct and commitment to excel have set a high standard for public service. And whereas Andrew Meyer is now leaving the position of city law director and embarking on a new chapter in his career. Now therefore be it resolved, I, Linda Burke, Mayor of the City of South Lebanon, Ohio, hereby extend my sincere gratitude and appreciation to Andrew for his work, his outstanding service to our city. We wish him the very best in his future endeavors.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That was totally unnecessary, but.
No, it was very necessary. And Jennifer, I'll give that back to you to sign, so. Okay. I'm not done yet, but we'll go on. Any report, Deputy Fox?
I apologize, I was on.
Nope.
Doing some law enforcement business.
Do you have anything you'd like to report? Okay. Yeah. Another proclamation. Proclamation to recognize National Police Week 2025 and to honor the service and sacrifice of those law enforcement officers killed in the line of duty while protecting our communities and safeguarding our democracy. Whereas there are more than 77, here we go with numbers again, 750,000 law enforcement serving in communities across the United States, including the dedicated members of the Warren County Sheriff's Office. Whereas the first recorded death in 1786, there are currently over 24,000 law enforcement officers in the United States that have made the ultimate sacrifice and been killed in the line of duty, including 7 members of the law enforcement agencies throughout Warren County. Whereas the names of those dedicated public service servants are engraved on the walls, my glasses aren't working, so I apologize, are engraved on the walls of the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial in Washington, D.C. Whereas 345 names of fallen heroes are being added to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial this spring, including 148 officers killed in 2024 and 197 officers killed in the previous year. Whereas the service and sacrifice of all officers killed in the line of duty will be honored during the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund's 36th Candlelight Vigil on the evening of May 13th, 2025. Whereas the Candlelight Vigil is part of National Police Week, which is observed this year, May 11th through the 17th. Whereas May 15th is designated as Peace Officers Memorial Day in honor of the fallen officers and their families, and U.S. flags should be flown at half-staff. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the mayor of the city of South Lebanon, Ohio, under the authority vested in that office, that the city of South Lebanon will observe May 11th through 17th, 2025 as National Police Week in the city of South Lebanon, and publicly salutes the service of law enforcement officers in our community and in communities across the nation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think we should stand. Thank you for your service. We know it's not easy. It's a daily.
We appreciate all the support.
Now, where did I leave off? That's right. Council Member Spicer.
Nothing to report this evening other than farewell again to Andrew.
Thank you.
It's been good, man, and looking forward to working with you, Chase.
Does everybody recognize that last name?
I do.
I had to do it. You know, I had to do it. He has a father and an uncle that are judges here. Okay. Councilmember Fetter.
The events committee, we have a meeting next at 5 o'clock before the next board meeting. And,
June 5th.
yes, good job moving the sunflower field, you guys. That it's noticeable now. People can actually use it that have, you know, you don't have to know where it's at. It's not hidden anymore. So thank you for that, because it's really a good thing. A good idea.
You're welcome. I'm happy to do whatever I can do. Councilmember Carmack.
I just want to brag on our sheriffs. I had a non-emergency call this week and they were there in 5 minutes. I was just so impressed and the young guy, he was so nice and he took care of what I needed, nothing flat. So kudos to him.
Thank you. That's always good to hear. Councilmember Harrison.
Well, first of all, because I don't want to forget to say farewell to Andrew and thank you so much. It's been great working with you. You got big shoes to fill, don't you? But this morning, Harry and I bumped into each other, and Rob and Kylie, and I attended the county's police memorial, and it was hosted by Warren County Sheriff's Office. And I want to echo some of the powerful things that were said. It was an emotional event, of course, and remind us all of all the ultimate sacrifice that so many have made to keep our community safe. And I'd like to echo one of the most moving moments was when they named the 7 falling officers. That was read aloud and followed by the solemn toll of the bell. Also captured some pictures, you know, that were really heart-wrenching. But echoing, I'd like to echo the gratitude we owe to the brave officers that who gave their lives and are protecting Warren County every day still. But you definitely, I have and always will back the blue. And I come from, my dad used to be a Warren County Sheriff back a long time ago. But thank you so much. Please tell them all personally, from all of us, I'm sure feel the same way. But definitely from my heart, thank you. And I think that's it right now that I can think of. I'm too emotional to go on.
I understand. Councilmember Allen.
I just want to say ditto to everything. Time it gets down here, me and Brenda's in the hole. But thank you so much, and you too, you and Brenda always, and all of us. We have a lot of respect for our people out there putting their lives on the line, our first responders. So thank you.
Councilmember Combs. I always get to, and I'm like, go, okay, what's?
Thank you, Harry, for bringing in the guys to meet us. That was a fantastic idea. Now we can put names. We see them, but we don't know their names. They're the backbone of our city. They truly are. And thank you, Andrew, for all the stuff that you put up with me into questions,
It's
upon
okay.
questions, and you answered them.
It's what I'm here
Thank
for.
you. And I'd like to thank the Warren County Sheriff's Department. Well, all the police officers. Without them, we would be so lost, and without our fire people over there, we need you. And I hope you know how much we appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay, is there anybody else who wants to say anything for the good of the order? Hearing nothing, I will need nothing. I'm sorry, nothing. Nothing. I need a motion to adjourn.
Lisa, I make a motion to adjourn.
Any,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing